everyone, welcome to the Trading Without Borders podcast, and this is episode 66 with Omobi. For today, we are going to resume discussions on the AfCFTA Agreement protocols. If you recall, that's for people who have listened to the introductory episode and some other episode. I had stated that the AfCFTA agreement is divided into protocols, which include trading goods, trading services, investment, intellectual property rights, competition policy, digital trade, women and youth, and dispute settlement. And I have discussed about trading goods and trading services in some other episodes. You may want to listen to that if you haven't. So for today, we are going to start discussions on protocols on investment, intellectual property rights, and competition policy, but we will focus on competition policy. Back in February, the African Union Assembly adopted the protocols on intellectual property rights, competition policy, and investment. And so this is where we'll start. But we'll start with investment. I'll speak to the we'll start with competition policy. I'll speak to the objectives, then we'll move into all the details. We'll move into it in details from next episode. So let's go right into today and look at what the competition policy protocol is about. Some of the objectives of the competition policy protocol include: 1. To provide for an integrated and unified African continental competition regime. That, of course, helps to harmonize competition policy regime within AfCFTA, and to enhance competition by removing anti-competitive or restrictive business practices within the AfCFTA in order to ensure improved market efficiency, inclusive growth, and also to ensure that gains from AfCFTA trade liberalization are not undermined by anti-competitive practices. For those that are not aware, anti-competitive business practices include measures like price fixing, boycotts, amongst others. So that's what the policy is here to solve, to prevent that, so that there's improved market efficiency and inclusive growth within the AfCFTA. And another objective is to develop and strengthen the capacity of state parties to deal with anti-competitive business practices. And we're all aware that yes, some state parties almost are delineated within their own country, but now we need to improve the capacity of state parties to be able to handle this continent-wide. And another objective is to provide a continental platform for research, information exchange, capacity building, training, consultation, cooperating and coordinating on competition policy and law in Africa. This speaks to what I said earlier. And to promote economic integration, sustainable development in AfCFTA markets, and manage the interrelationships of competition regimes and sectoral regulatory laws at national, regional, and continental levels. Okay, so that's it for the objectives. So next week we will start with the scope of the application of the policy of the protocol. That's what we're going to start looking at from next week. So we're looking at who or what does the protocol apply to. That's from next week, and until then, as usual, the podcast is for educational purposes only. If you wanted to speak more or talk more about it, you can reach out to me. And until next week, I say to you, bye-bye.